welcome to season 4 of the LEZ Factor. We're glad that you guys are back to join us again. So at the end of season 3, we ended with an all-girls cast. So this time we're going to start with a more masculine center or boys or however they identify type of cast. So we have some returning members and we have some new members. So to my left we have Stacy, entrepreneur and my business partner. To her left we have Stoney, who is co-owner of Stuzo Clothing, which is where we're taping today. If you want to come buy some gear, come to 4751 West Washington. We have Madam Muse. She is an artist, and all the art that you see on the backgrounds is painted by her. So check her out at madammuse.la. All right, so next to her we have Chris, who is a shaman and massage therapist. You can go to mindbodytouchspa.com. To my right we have Ari. She is the CEO and designer for Modern Hearts Love Matters, #MHLM. And I, of course, am your host, Erin Incognito Mitchell. So let's get started. Question number 1, could you date someone who lived at home if they were getting back on their feet? And that is submitted by our Instagram follower, Melanin Magic X. Stacy?
Well, how old are they?
The age was not in here.
I'm just saying, if you're getting back on your feet, I mean, it really kind of, I mean, I can't be 36 trying to get back on my feet. I mean, what's really going on? Okay, so
Well, that's a good question.
right. We can't always expect people to be on the same level as we are because of just circumstances. So it just really just depends on their background, what they might have been going through. So I can have some respect for that and be patient, but they have to be willing to, make those steps and not fall back.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, complacency is a big thing.
Right.
So.
Stoney, could you date someone who lived at home if they were getting back on their feet?
Yeah, I can do that. The key is how old are you? That is the key. Because I think there's a cutoff where you, and again, if you're, because I have family members that move back home, because they were saving for a house or something like that. So it really depends. Like if you have a goal and you're, and you're like, I choose to do this to go save for something like that, then yeah. But you got to assess the situation. How old are you? What are you doing there? What's the plan? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, it really depends. So yeah, I could do that.
All right, Madam Muse.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like if you have a plan, I think if you meet somebody in the inception of that plan, and you guys work together to continue on the path to get to the end of that plan, I think it could work out. I would do it.
All right, Chris.
I definitely agree with Madam Stuzo, Stacy. And age actually, it would have to be taken into account. And just what their end of the day, their goal is, where they're striving to be and they're sent from. You always want to wake up and be a better person or in a better position than you were the day prior. So you have to take all of those into account and definitely weigh out your options. So yeah.
All right, Aries.
She hit the nail on the head. First thing I would have asked was, how old? What's your age?
Yeah.
I think that plays a big part, just like everybody has said. And again, it's always circumstantial. Depends on what you're doing with your life and why you're there. I think I would date somebody that's at a certain age and back at home getting on their feet versus somebody that's 40 years old that has never been on their own at all.
I mean, I think those are all fair assessments. I feel like with the black community is different than other nationalities, because I find that in the Asian society or different societies, they don't move out till they're married.
Right.
So I mean, it's only black people I'm not gonna go date her because she live at home, But I mean, everybody's doing something. So if you're striving, if you're saving for a house, you're not gonna move out so you can buy a house, because really there's no point in renting. That's just a waste of money.
Exactly.
So if you're just gonna save up, or you're starting a business, so that's where your money is going, or if you just live in a family where they accept that, then it's cool. Because if I didn't have support of my family, I know this show would not be happening right now. You know what I mean? So I think it all depends. And I also think that you have to be honest with somebody. So don't tell me after. Don't bring me home and then I don't know and then I'm surprised, because that has happened. When somebody's mom was like, no, she had to go. I was like, but me? What? Who are you? I didn't even know you were here. Just tell somebody. If you tell somebody, I think then, okay, that's fine. But I mean, it depends on, what's going on. Because in Indian culture or Asian culture, they live at home until they get married or they can buy a house.
Right.
Because I watch, Home Network TV, and they be like, oh, I live with my mom and grandma, but we're about to buy this house because they saved up, because they lived at home. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what's going on.
That's a good point.
Is it a woman thing? Because usually, say, if we were straight, no woman wants the man being there when they're past like 24 or something like that. But do we
This is
care?
a lesbian show. I have no idea
No,
about men that live in
that's
home.
why do we care? Like as women, like I
All
can
you
get a
guys
woman
said
and
it-
she can be 30 something. You know.
All of you guys said
but,
it
you know,
depended, so clearly it does matter.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
This is like.
All right. So we'll just piggyback on that. So the next question that came out was, what kind of things determine if a woman is on your level or close enough to a level to be interested? And what level do you think you're on? Stacy?
Are there numbers to this?
Question right there.
No, I think it's like, I think the question is like, what does a woman have to have in order for you to be interested? Or, you know.
Let's see. Not to be superficial, but I will. Looks. I definitely am into looks, and I mean they don't have to be like top model, supermodel type thing, but I'm very attracted to the physical. So the teeth, the lips, just something nice to look at, right?
You looking at me, I'm like,
You might be. But apart from that, though, just someone who is ambitious, and they don't have to necessarily be overly ambitious. I'm not looking for a superstar or a CEO of a company or something like that, but definitely ambitious. Probably about the same age because we should be around like the same level at that time. Not someone who's too much older or too much younger because experiences are different. Right. And someone younger have not really reached where you are just yet, so you have to have patience and stuff like that. So I mean, not just keep it basic, really.
okay.
Nothing intense.
Stoney, what level do they have to be on for you?
The level my wife is on.
Good answer.
That's it.
There's no level. There's no other levels for her.
They know. Listen.
Good answer.
She set the bar really high. So, and it's all that like the beauty, the brains, the sense of humor is like truly important for me. And just like being about something, it's a joy for me that we're in the same business and we're doing the same thing. And like it's like I couldn't have asked for anything better. But if she was doing something else, as long as she has conviction with what she's doing, she loves it. I love it too. Then that's it. It's just like, just be a woman about yours. That's it. So.
So somebody who matches you.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Madam Muse?
Yeah, my wife.
There we go.
Honestly, it's conscious level though. If you're consciously on the same level with me, and we can build each other up and be a positive, influence in each other's lives every morning, every night. That's the level I look for, and I have her.
Okay. Chris?
Man, I'm gonna need you to reiterate that question.
It said, what kind of things determine if a woman is on your level or close enough to be interested? And what level do you think you're on?
I am one with my Creator, God. So I would like a woman that wakes up and is, grateful for the breath that she breathes and gives thanks to her Creator on a daily basis. So she would have to be more so spiritual and aligned with herself, all of herselves, and one with her Creator, so that we can essentially merge into unison and transcend. Just a woman that's healthy, at the end of the day, mind, body, soul, spirit, soul. Because at that point you're infinite and there's nothing that you can conquer. So a relationship, unison, would be inevitable.
Okay. Aries?
I found that as I get older, those things change. What I look for in a woman at 25 is not what I look for in a woman, at 32. It's definitely different for me now. I feel like I'm definitely the age matters. Need somebody closer in age. I need beauty and brains. I need you to be doing something with your life. Absolutely. I can't be the one to just carry the relationship. Spirituality, I think that's very important. And we need to be able to have a conversation. Today, we're not going to have our relationship over the phone, or over a text message or over Instagram. It's not going to work for me. I need a mature woman. I need a creative woman because I'm an artist. So I think we're just different people all together and, like-minded people are important to me, and I think it's important if you're an artist to be with somebody that's also creative, because you understand each other and you're able to be supportive
You can influence
in
one
other
another.
ways. You know,
I need somebody who doesn't expect me to be one thing or another. I need you to expect me to just be who I am and do what I do. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think I'm in any special level, but I see somebody who matches me and somebody who speaks English. If you text, I'm not gonna lie. If you text me with something that's grammatically incorrect,
Win.
I win, you lose. Like, this argument has ended before it began. You know what I mean? So I just need somebody who speaks English too. Like, so that's up there. Like, I'm not gonna even lie to you. It is such a turn on. So I need somebody who speaks English. I'm not gonna even lie.
when does it matter when? All the time.
All the time.
Not in the
Well,
bedroom.
no.
They can't.
You can slang a little bit, but not like
No,
all the
no.
time
If you're
where-
arguing with me and you're using the wrong form of your, we have a problem. And I'll just look at the phone for like 10 minutes, like,
yeah.
she really doesn't know.
Yeah, she tried to be
spelled that
correct, but it
incorrectly.
wasn't.
So I need somebody who speaks
I'm just
English.
saying, like,
That's my level. Somebody who knows how to speak English. It may be small, but that's important to me.
That's important shit.
It is.
It is.
So, you know, the first couple questions are nice and easy. We're going to throw it to the newbies. All right. Aries. So, yeah, next question was, why is scissoring or tripping so unpopular in the lesbian community? I feel like we've become a strap society.
Yo, what did you
Hey, we gave you guys warm-up questions, newbies.
Wait,
What?
The question was, why is scissoring
I
or
didn't hear you,
tripping
though.
so unpopular in the lesbian community?
What is scissors?
I mean,
What is scissoring?
right.
Oh,
I mean, okay.
I'm sorry.
She said, I feel like we've become a strap society.
I mean, I like to do both. I mean, I'm not going to even be straight up. So it's not unpopular in my life.
Not unpopular in her life.
You know, but the other is not either. So.
You a lesbian
Okay.
101.
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else. I think it
All
just
right.
depends on the person.
So Chris, who just learned what scissoring and tripping was.
Well, the word, I know what it is, but putting the word and the action together is a learning experience.
So she said, why is it unpopular? I feel like we've become a strap society.
I don't know that it's unpopular. I'm not in their bedroom. However, in my bedroom, it's part of
The session.
Oh yeah, definitely. Scissoring that's
There's a name for it.
She's like, I know it's cold now.
I'm having a moment of self-discovery, and I very much appreciate that, so because it gives life to what?
Don't block her light.
Scissoring. Yeah.
All right. My bad.
I'm normal, right?
Brought the question.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. It's all good.
That was not my question. That's from a follower on Instagram.
It isn't
funny.
uncommon in my bedroom. It definitely goes down in my bedroom.
Goes down.
Yes.
Always.
Tripping is amazing.
It's amazing.
I disagree with that. I think in my household, in my bedroom, we do that more than anything else. It's more of a connection to us, so I like that better.
Okay. Stoney?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. We scissor all the time. That's what we do. Yeah, we stick to the. I'm not gonna say that, but
This morning.
not this morning quite, but well, technically this morning. Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
The semantics.
Yeah, scissoring. I do agree though with this whole strapping. Yeah. I feel like in the lesbian community now we've been like embracing more of the.
Feminine.
I feel like we're embracing more of this masculine energy where even, and this is not a bad thing, but like even like femmes, they're like, oh yeah, they love to strap and this and that, and I just think that is something that's happening more than just like good old fashioned scissoring, But I'm with anything. We do it all, but we do, like you said, in our bedroom, we do more of, just little stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know what I mean? But
The real lesbian shit.
yeah, I mean, that's a part of it. That's a part of it. But I think we save that for like, it's not something we do all the time. It's just something that's just like, oh yay, we're doing this. We're in the mood for that. But like, it's more of a connection you know, when we're feeling each other and stuff, like, and the best way to do that is a scissor. So,
Stacy?
Hilarious. I'd really like to know what the youngsters are doing nowadays. Seriously.
Right? It's gonna be a
I mean, I'm
fly on
sure
the
they've
wall.
gotten a lot more creative and,
Probably
you know,
some
all
stuff
that.
we don't know about.
Right,
Right.
exactly. So
Reinventing
like
some
off
shit,
the
huh?
wall shit. But I do feel like just bodies just touching it's a little more intimate. I've never really been too big on the strap, so that's something that, you know, might take place here and there, but that's definitely not a priority.
It's just the main course.
All right, so we don't know.
Maybe Valentine's Day.
Right, we don't know where you live or who you date.
Holidays.
But clearly in this section, scissoring and tripping happens a lot. I don't.
Wait, what's tripping?
Tripping is the same thing as scissoring.
It's the
It's a technical term.
Pornography. Like, what do you
For
think?
what?
Who made that?
Tripping is a technical term for
it's a-
scissoring.
it's a
It's the same thing.
category.
Oh, and
Like what, tripping or tripping?
Tribbing.
TRIBBING is
Tribbing. Got it.
Or to trib.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with
Why
that.
you gotta create
actual
words to
definition.
create words,
told-
create meaning?
I told we were talking about something else, like rolling.
does that
or
only pertain to
No, we're not tripping. We're tripping.
yeah, like tripping and scissoring, like that sounds like a good
So you can look up a
combination
category
right
that
there.
says
I don't know.
You Google
Okay.
tripping, it will say two vaginas like intertwining.
Yeah,
something
Trying to
new.
yeah. So we don't know where you live, but clearly in this society at this table, tripping and scissoring is still in.
In Los Angeles.
I even have a friend who calls it body rocking, which I think is amazing because I'm like, body rocking is great.
That sounds.
I like body rocking. But anyway, it's not unpopular up in LA, so we don't know where you live or what's going on. But over here, it still goes down.
In a day.
The only bad thing about tripping is just you gotta find like that perfect like
It's got to fit.
47-degree angle in order to get it right. Because otherwise you miss somebody's clit and somebody's not enjoying it.
I gotta be like,
Yo.
perfectly work.
Right. You know what I mean? If you find the right angle, this cast says thumbs up. So it is what it is.
Wow.
So the next question is to take it off a sexual note, like 180 degrees.
Oh gosh.
So call me Allie from Virginia. Is young. She just graduated college. She said, like many of the cast, I inspired to be a fashion designer and own my own business. How hard was it for those on the cast with the business to start it up? Aries?
It depends on the person. It depends on your ambition. It depends on where you're at in your life, who you know, how much research you've done, how much money you have.
Definitely.
You know, so I feel like it depends. I started an exclusive headwear brand, and nobody was really doing headwear at that time. So it's like after I came along, then everybody's making hats, and it just got really saturated, and I just had to. I always stepped it up, but it was more pressure because I had to do something different. I've always been unique and try my best to, bring a product that's not something that you've ever seen before. So it's all about the love, really. I feel like it's hard when you're doing something just to do it or just to make a dime or a dollar. When your heart is in it and when you love what you do, it doesn't matter. You're gonna do it whether the money's coming in or not.
All right. So Chris, how hard was it for you to start your business?
Actually, it wasn't. It was second nature. Just getting more in the mind frame of a business concept and conceptualizing that and transcending from just touch, because everybody has their aches and pains and their ailments. You can easily touch somebody, but then when you take a step back or aside and say, okay, well, do you have insurance? Do you have cash, credit, debit card? It's a whole different scenario, and you have to be able to grow yourself and progress and expand on a professional level. So actually, it wasn't very hard. Just building a clientele that was willing to be open-minded into the practice and the methods that I incorporate into their healing, and teaching them that they are one with their body, and ultimately it's them who has full control of their healing journey and process. Whether they want to begin it or continue it. I'm just here to help you release whatever it is so that you can be your better version of yourself. And just, be conscious.
Awesome. Madam Muse?
I don't think it was necessarily difficult for me, but it was in order for me I had to get out of my own way. I did a lot of things. I dibbled and dabbled into a lot of different things, corporate America, but it was like I kind of had to take what I thought back then was just a hobby or like a stress reliever at work. I'll be doodling just to like calm myself down. And then somebody walked past my desk and they were just like, I'll pay for that. And I was like, this shit? And they were like, yeah, he drove my daughter. And he was like, you're in the wrong business. So it kind of just like, I had to take that leap of faith to step out of, you know, the comfort of a 2-week check to just go out on my own and just create and, you know, just intentionally paint or draw for it to come back to me. And honestly, that's how it worked. I just started to follow my passion, follow my gift, kind of put everything else to the side, and just kind of everything else fell in place.
Oh, awesome. Stoney?
I'm gonna say like it's hard and it's easy. It was easy and hard. So hard in the sense where, you know, like you were talking about, if you don't have the money and the resources and all that, it's tough. You know, you got to do a lot of grinding. You got to figure out where you're gonna get this money from. You know, especially if you like. I was working at 9 to 5 too. I quit my job. Shit got real, you know, and I'm like, and we both quit our jobs, and then this is what we're doing. So that gets tough. And then having a clothing line, you know, finding people to wear your clothes, and you know, like getting it out there, like it's tough. And then so many people have clothing lines, you know, and it's like they're doing it for money and doing it for this or that. It's just like they're not into it, you know. And then which brings me to like the easy part. You know, it's easy because I couldn't see myself doing anything else. You know, like this is what I do, and I'm engulfed in art itself, but like I put all that into this, and it's like breathing. It's natural, you know. So when you love something, it just comes easy. But you have to be ready for the hurdles and all that, because you know, it's gonna come. But stick with it. So, you know.
Stacy?
Well, I am like the absolute not artistic person on this panel. So mine is more just numbers and money. So it's really just about just being focused, determined, and just being privy to certain information as far as like investments and, you know, which moves to make. It definitely takes some capital, that's for sure, any kind of investment that you're doing. But of course, you know, you just start little and then you just progress. But you just have to stick with it, jumping all over the place. Sometimes it'll work for you, but for the most part it won't, because you just always have to start over. So you just stick with something and you just see it through.
Yeah, that longevity.
You want to say one more thing?
Just one more thing.
One more
The
thing.
hardest part that I found
The hardest part.
is it's not getting the supporters, because people all day say, "Oh, I love what you're doing. You know, I believe in you." But it's people like to take you seriously, especially if they've known you, to take you as, you know, as a business and not as a person, and to really support, not saying, "Oh, I support you," but buy my
Actually
stuff.
support.
Yeah.
Don't ask me for anything for free. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I need promotion. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
And if I do,
I'll
it's not going to be you.
out of that. I'll buy
You
that
know,
all day.
I tell
Like,
you no.
I gotta pay for my product. I can't get it made for free. You know, so I would say that's the most difficult part, is like getting people to understand that this is my business, you know, and this is how I eat. And people to really like, again, not support it like, oh, you come to an event that I'm doing for free. No, like support it, like contribute to it. You know.
Definitely. I know for me, like, I have a 9 to 5. Like, I'm not able to, like, quit my 9 to 5 and just do LEZ Factor 24/7 yet. You know, but, you know, just, you know, I think accepting support from where it comes is what's important. Because for me, you know, you would think, oh, my friends support me. They do not. You know, so like on the LEZ Factor, like on Facebook, we have like, I don't know, 1,000 or something people who like it on Facebook. Only 114 of those are my friends. The people who are most vocal about it are the people who you've touched. So just finding that the people who believe in you, and then just, you know, kind of building off of that. There have been so many times where people have been like, Erin, there's so many people with so many, you know, web series. Why do you keep doing with the LEZ Factor? And I'm just like, because they're the people who need it. Like, people email me and they're like, oh, I support you. I felt like I was alone, but now I'm not. And, you know, and just, you know, I really support what you do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come from where you think it comes from. So if you think it's going to be your friends, it's not. If you think it's going to be your family, it might be, it might not.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to come from somebody who you've touched. So you put a product out there, you know, I put my product out there, people watch it, and I get like so much love. There's so much hate. There's only a little bit of hate actually, but you focus on that. But it's a lot of love, and you know, I have have, you know, people who just like, this really made a difference in my life, and that keeps you going.
Yeah.
So if you believe in your message, you find the people who believe in your message, they'll help push you forward.
Right.
So you just can't, you know, expect to look for support in one place and then, because you'll find it in another.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep going with whatever your mission is and what your vision is, and that'll help you start your business. So anyway, dang, I didn't mean to trivialize like that, but it happened.
That was good.
So the last question for season 4, episode 1, is just because I present as blank doesn't mean that I blank. Aries? So like, how people see you versus how you see yourself, I guess.
That's a good one. Just because you see me as, I don't know, in the spotlight, like I prefer to be behind the scenes. I prefer to not be seen. But because of the business that I'm in, that's part of my job. But I'm really shy.
Really?
On camera. In person, I'm just cool.
Yeah,
Today's
you
the exception.
go. Chris, just because I present as blank doesn't mean that I blank.
Man. Wowzers. I don't know. Just because I come, like people find me very peaceful. I could turn the hell up, you know. I got a little duality to me. I like to socialize and party a little bit, but I definitely have range. I'm very versatile, multi-dimensional, multifaceted. So you just kind of got to get me when you get me, how you get me when you get me.
I get you.
I get you. Now the muse,
Turn up though.
just because I present as blank doesn't mean that I blank.
I'm just gonna go with what I'm always told. People are always telling me that I'm intimidating or I don't smile. It's just my fucking face. I don't know if I can, it's just my face. I am the most goofiest, funniest, like laid back, chillest person ever. But this is just my face.
And then she goes stone cold. All right, Stony.
For me, I guess, I think it's like because I present as masculine that I'm not as feminine, but I'm a puppet dog, you know. I'm a little tender soul. Like I'm crazy feminine, you know. That's it. I'm just all woman. I feel like I'm properly balanced, you know, masculinity and femininity, and that's it. And you know, it's just like this is why I do what I do as far as my clothes, because like, not that I'm like, you know, presenting feminine wise. Those days are over. But it's just like it's the versatility, you know, like just showing that women we have, like we dress any kinds of ways, you know. That doesn't make who we are inside, you know, and that's just what it is. But you know how it is in the community. It's like, look like this is who you are, blah blah blah, you know. But you know, yeah, we can talk about nail polish. We can talk about a lot of stuff. I paint my women's nails sometimes. I paint my toenails. Like there's a lot of, you know, women in me. I am a woman, so that's just what it is. So, you know, don't judge the book. Right?
Yeah.
All right, Stacy. Just because I present as blank doesn't mean that I blank.
I would say just because I present maybe as timid, reserved, maybe shy, a little uptight.
All of these.
Right.
All of that.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the case. I just have to be in the right headspace to be social and to actually want to be around people.
Yeah,
And I go according to your energy, really. So if I'm not getting a good vibe from you, I really don't waste my time on it.
All right. Well, you know, for me, I get a lot. People tell me I'm a party girl. I'm like, what?
You are.
I'm not. See, to me, when I was like 22, 23, me and my homegirls used to go out 6 days a week. We partied every day except for Monday. So now I go out like once or twice every 2 weeks. To me, that's not a party girl. But that doesn't mean that I can't stay home and have a game night or watch Netflix with my bestie and you know, her baby or whatever. Like, I'm down for whatever. If you invite me, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I just party just because, well, shit, all my friends are married. Like, well, I'm not trying to go home with them. Like, you know what I mean? If I do
You
parties,
over here like 5 days a week, you know.
yeah, but y'all be getting drunk. It might as well be a party. Why you fronting? You know, so just because I present as a party girl doesn't mean that I don't have a mind, or just because I curse too much doesn't mean I don't have a vocabulary.
Right.
I mean, there's so many things that people they see one aspect of you and they're just like, oh, that's all that you are. You will never know all that I am because I'm always evolving. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, you can think what you like, but that has nothing to do with my life. So anyway, that brings us to a conclusion on episode 1, season 4. We're glad that you all joined us, and we hope that you'll join us again. If you want to be a part of the LEZ Factor, send us a question. Send it to thelezfactor@gmail.com, info@thelezfactor.com, or you can simply DM us on IG. Make sure you follow everybody on cast. Thanks for joining us. Till next time.
One love, baby.